If you don't hit this 50% fatal blow combo, you're not a true gamer.
Don't forget about the legendary quote of, the only way to truly compare the power of the Sony PlayStation 1 to the Nintendo 64 is by comparing its landmark games, Super Mario 64 and Resident Evil.
It's not wrong. It's not wrong. Hang on, wait.
Strong 2.
Strong 2, Strong 2.
Strong 2. Oh, dude, does this mean we can bring back the Strong 2?
It does. Yes, it does.
Bruh. Oh. I'm AFK. I'm here. I'm here. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the first of 10s. We brought it back. We've done it. Mr. Aquaman and Deoxys, local boys, head to head. KOTAL Khan is... I'm like super excited for that, by the way. KOTAL Khan, a bit beefy compared to what KOTAL used to be. And JACQUI, a bit of a different beast in Variation 3. And, I mean, props to Aquaman for coming in at the end. Deoxys was around as well. It's going to be interesting, but ultimately, it's good to be back.
Yes. Deoxys has been playing a lot of the third variation JACQUI, upgraded, and Mr. Aquaman sticking with Ascension, which, oh my god, did you see it? Now, I don't even want to continue what I was talking about, because the first play was a full-screen super jump being anti-aired by down 3.
Well,
I like that.
The thing is about KOTAL Khan really as well is the fact that we were talking in droves about like that third variation, which is clearly super strong, but KOTAL Khan received so many buffs to just his general kit. And Ascension has some utility changes too, which I think is why, you know, Mr. Aquaman relishes it so much. We're going to see so many of these command grabs, and obviously going in for the non-amplified version to keep that Oki. You know, sometimes it's damage versus Oki. And,
but not so much nowadays. If he wants to spend the bar, can decide what side to throw anymore. But I feel like it's more of a snowball thing, right? You want to be spending the amplified mid-screen if you think the damage is what you need to make the comeback. But there we go. That's going to be a huge part of this matchup. Is that amplified air blast into jump kick is really hard to deal with. You know, there are certain options around it. But again, like Deoxys is the kind of player that he's going to know that you know that, and sometimes it's going to be jump and punch, sometimes it's going to be jump kick, and it's always going to be a sick combo conversion if he gets the hit.
Well, Deoxys was so well known for his execution, wasn't he? And that's one of the huge things that made him so famous. Here comes the conversion. There's that meatless launch. 3 of them. Drops the end, which could have been swag, but not today. There's the first 10, though. We've got plenty of time for that. But, I mean, Aquaman versus Deoxys in a matchup like this, you can definitely say that Deoxys is always going to be a favorite due to, like, competitive experience, but don't count out Aquaman's KOTAL. Like, he's actually really rock solid with the character.
But did you see that punish?
Yes, I did.
All right, so but before we start this, guys, I'm thinking maybe I should disable the overlay in the camera because I don't know if it's necessary for this. So I'm gonna quickly hide them both, and then I'll add them at the end.
Strong
so,
2.
Camera, whoop, and then where's the overlay? Which one's the overlay? Is this the one?
Is this the moment where, because this is the first one we've done, this is the first one that we've done, it's like, how do we do these again?
Maybe. You know, I like how Deoxys punished with that specifically because it kept Mr. Aquaman standing, so the brutality would still work. That's like that's optional styling, if ever I've seen it.
Optional swag, mate. I give it props. In fact, if I don't see optional swag, you ain't gonna get a strong 2 from me ever again.
All we can say is, if you don't play this game, you're not a true gamer.
Dude, I didn't give any respect because I was too busy hiding the camera. What a mess.
Round 1, fight.
I'm snacking on some chocolate, something I would never do on official broadcast.
Ooh, a slight miss from Deoxys there. Sometimes you'll see JACQUI players. Actually, no, I wonder if sometimes, like, when Deoxys is going to think that Mr. Aquaman is conditioned to sit there and block the air blast, that he's going to go for, like, close super jump to just cross over, maybe. Oh, Aquaman, you can tell he's trying to figure out options on the fly. You know, trying to find out, can you down one underneath them? Can you standing buttons or whatever? But Deoxys is just... It's a combination of, like, not all the time being an air blast, and there is the next layer, the ground pound. This is really hard to defend against.
Ooh. Now we're going to get the wake up too, purely because of the range, but unfortunately that's the command grab game, right? Is that whiffing a command grab puts you more unsafe than pretty much everything in the game. Like, you are so minus and it takes so long to come back that I feel like fundamentally Aquaman, everything he's doing is going to be a bigger risk than what Deoxys is doing. But as is the design of Ascension, you know, you have to take those big gambles, and JACQUI in this variation punishes you super hard, not even in the form of damage, but the pressure as well. And there's another confirm. I kind of feel like this might be what we see a lot of, is just Aquaman playing from behind, because that's what the character does, you know? That's what this matchup is probably going to be.
Ooh. I like that choice, waking up with a 1-2 just to get a little bit forward. Obviously, that's now a tick on block 2. Ooh, Deoxys tried to interrupt, but Aquaman. Oh, that could be a huge jump kick. Didn't get a full combo, turning it into a throw anyway. Now, this is a good one from Aquaman. I mean, obviously, 950 health for JACQUI. This actually isn't too different.
Oh,
that was such a good end. No!
And the drop at the end, too. I can only imagine that was supposed to be a Khan.
Oh, there is the knowledge.
Oh, no, it's unsafe.
No.
The whipped grab. You know, I was just talking about the whipped command grab. He whips it again because of it. And oh my God, that was going to be such a good play. That was such a good play. But I mean, at the end of the day, that's why. Why didn't you fail? Like, well, what you were asking the $1 million questions, didn't you? Why didn't you fail, bro? Greedy boy.
I feel like that's still going to be a slight drawback to Ascension, though, is anywhere that you decide to combo into the command grab, your opponent is going to be able to break away, and there is so much recovery to the command grab that it's pretty much going to be guaranteed to be they wake up and they punish you for it. We saw it happen with the up 2. We saw it happen, I think, maybe 3 times in that game alone. But that's going to put Aquaman in a weird situation where, you know, does he want to cash out on the biggest damage in the grab ender, or does he want to go with something a bit safer, like, you know, strings? You know, he can end in like 1-2-2. We can end in, you know, 3-4 stuff. That's a little bit safer to breakaways, but the damage is nowhere near as high.
I'd like to say though, we did see some really sick stuff there from Aquaman, like the knowledge on the interruption, and he clearly knows some of his answers for this matchup. But clearly, one of the strengths that JACQUI's going to have in this variation is not the fact that, hey, there's just this one-size-fits-all answer for everything that she does. What Deoxys will do, and let's not forget Deoxys, the original Blue Beetle, he is so known for using a character that has flight pressure, you know, airborne-style pressure, and then his entire game plan is based on how the opponent tries to get out of it. And that's something that Deoxys is no stranger to doing, and with the command grab again, going in for a big read. Almost looked like he did it a little bit too early as he stood up into it.
Oh, swaggy
So
combo.
good. Corner carry as well. Come on. All right, another catch right here. And it's looking super rough for Aquaman. And I think that, honest to God, it's not only the fact that when he gets punished, it's everything that comes after it, right? Is that he gets knocked down, and then it's pressure for days. Morley, crossover as well for the corner pressure, establishing threat. He tries so hard to anti it, but
I don't think it helps that KOTAL's really big. You know, I mean, he's a tall lad. Like, if anything that JACQUI's going to do this pressure-wise, like, be it the empty jumps. Oh, there's the footsies from Aquaman, though. That back 2 going to claim a big. Like, that's a huge chunk of damage for what it was. No bar spent. Side switch. Oh, okay, the tick.
And it's those extra ticks that KOTAL was given too that just kind of exploded his game further. He has the same risks, right? But it's just more ways to apply it. And like, unlike the next game, and he baits it this time. He baits the command grab. You know, Deoxys has been breaking on anticipation of the command grab so well to get the punish that one final time, finally Mr. Aquaman has made the call out. But we'll see if he's able to prevent this comeback here. Oh, he's swinging!
Oh, no, he was airborne, so it wasn't a full punish.
Oh, no. Now we're reaching dangerous, unbreakable territory.
You were saying?
No need. Just confirm on the ground. Not going to kill, but it's the situation afterwards, right? We'll see if this is going to be any chance to come back. Aquaman's had a good round, but again, it's off the back of just big plays, right? These bold decisions. But now in the neutral, I feel like Deoxys has
Oh my God, that was so dirty.
Oh no.
That was so dirty. That was jump kick into ground pound. That is like straight up overhead low. Like, not really a mix-up as such, but like, you have to be on the toes defending against it. Because you have to like block the jump kick and then immediately crouch. And a lot of people aren't quite, especially off a jump kick where you're used to like a late jump kick connecting. It's going to give you some plus frames. So normally there'll be a little bit of a gap and they'll go for like a standing button, whatever. The last thing you're expecting is an instant low after that. That was so dirty.
JACQUI Briggs, Cum Laude, KOTAL.
But I know that also with Deoxys is one of the things is the character choice for him. I know that he mentioned after the Variation 3 patch, I think especially because Geras lost the gauntlet stuff that Deoxys kind of invented, and I know a huge part of his fun of the character kind of lied in that kind of setup and like almost like a win condition was when you've got the gauntlet all the way up. The moment that change happened, he was instantly looking at other characters because Geras kind of lost his edge for him, and he didn't really enjoy the character the same way. But that love for playing Geras in that style seems to have been translated into upgraded JACQUI, which I find kind of cool because, again, this variation wasn't possible before the patch either. So it's almost like this is just an evolution of Deoxys.
I mean, he was
he
was like the real Blue Beetle player, right? That was a very airborne, very, you know, mobility focused, execution heavy character, and upgraded ticks a lot of those same boxes. So I'm not really surprised to see him make the change. But the big thing here for Aquaman is I feel like he's definitely seeming unfamiliar in the matchup, but at the same time, I feel like it's when he has the offense, it's breakaway timing. Deoxys is being able to always find the best opportunity to not only take momentum back, but kill Aquaman for doing it at the same time. And there's the low. Oh, he's changed to Bullock. Only just realized. Okay.
That's actually a really good shout. I hadn't even realized until the very beginning that he's gone for the swap. Now, but the thing is, if you're a character that can stop him from setting up totems, you can give him a hard time. JACQUI is one of the best characters at stopping him from setting up because of that instant movement. However, Aquaman, it's going to be a game of sustain here. Thankfully, the Sun Ray. And yeah, more staggers, more totems. And let's go, baby. Let's go. It's not really going to hurt too much.
It's just mix-ups onto mix-ups, man. Oh, and there it is, the delay. That's the big thing is like, so Mr. Aquaman is, okay, that's an option. Not going to be quite the full combo we saw in Assumption, but still a big chunk of damage. But stuff like that.
The crushing blow.
Yeah, so those are right there. When Deoxys decides to go for those later, like, almost like empty, close super jumps, that's where Aquaman, okay, he's going to be able to get the round. I think it might be his first round of the set, but again, it was on the back of finally doing something about these short jumps. If Deoxys goes for an instant jump into a, you know, the air shrapnel blast, that's where he has to respect it. But I feel like you have a lot of time to see that he's not gone for the shrapnel and see that it's effectively just a big empty jump. I almost wonder if he can, like, just get out of the way or maybe down to it. I imagine he can at least down to it.
Oh, I love the fact that he's confirming into the shield and not the down forward 2 as well. That was a crisp anti-air. Confirming into the shield because it knocks down and knocks away, allowing him to set up. There's the amp. Needs one more and he's going to be 3 stack.
Oh, he's gone for 3 damage. Okay.
I think it's because it was the speed. He wants the faster startup speed of those totems. All right, confirm. He's going to lose it. One more chance. If he gets stuck blocking now, those totems are gone. And oh, he just needed it up for like half a second extra. And yeah. Oh no, the range. Not enough.
No, this is fatal blow kill territory. Yes, be careful. For the whiff. Oh. Oh, he tried. No! He's dead. He's so dead.
He's definitely dead.
Oh,
He's
no.
definitely dead.
Mr. Aquaman down 2ing. It was the right decision, but a little bit too early. Deoxys able to steal it back and find that fatal blow. Is it just me, or is Upgraded like a comeback monster?
I feel like it naturally is, because any extreme rushdown variation will be. And ultimately, like, that's what JACQUI has. In all 3 of the variations, she's one of those, you know, super rushdown heavy characters, right? But then you take this variation, which it's entirely built around that leap, almost like 100%. I'm going to give that a 1. But it's the fact that it's, for me, it's the unbreakable situations and the fact that he's not always ending. Deoxys doesn't just end combos every time with like knockdowns and damage and stuff like that. He gets the restand too. You know, and the restand against a totem heavy character like KOTAL, when he's got Bullock in particular, if he's sitting there blocking all of your pressure and you've got all these staggers and Deoxys is mixing it up really heavily, it's just wasting time. And the more time is being wasted, the less the totems have to actually do anything. Like, we even saw that down 2. Mr. Aquaman hit a down 2 a split second before the totems ran out. If the totems were up and he hit that down 2, actually probably would have killed Deoxys and won the game. It just was ever so slightly too late.
Round 1, fight.
Well, it looks like he's sticking with Bullock. Like, on face value, this would seem like a bad matchup because a full screen super jump will shut down a lot of like neutral totem summons. But at the same time, like, when the totem's up, it's up. Oh, he missed. And just like that, he missed it, and now there's 2 damage totems.
Oh, he's trying so hard to get that anti, and that would have done so much damage too, but starting to realize maybe down 2 is not the answer here. Goes in for the jump. Should be time for a totem, but didn't have time to dedicate. I don't even think he was half believing that jump kick to land, to be honest.
What I imagine is going to be quite difficult for him, though, is, in theory, the most favorable totem here is the damage reduction one, but it's so much slower than the damage totem that you almost wonder if he's ever going to be able to summon it outside of like a knockdown.
Part of me is thinking is like, how is Aquaman going to perhaps maybe play from the corner in this situation? Because against this kind of character, one thing you could always potentially do is be in a position where... oh, that was some Blood God strats. Going
Oh
into the cheek.
my God.
You cheeky man.
That was so Galaxy Brain. Like, totem summon into Raw Fatal Blow. He must have anticipated that Deoxys was going to look to...
Still alive, though.
Take, just, again, he has advantage.
No!
Oh my God, I can't believe that worked.
I can't believe it either.
That was
What?
absurd.
He just, like, I guess, over-dedicated to the advance and just...
Oh, no,
How is Deoxys ready for
actually, that was really dirty because that was effectively Deoxys just doing it right back. So Aquaman, he summoned a totem and went for a Raw Fatal Blow, knowing that Deoxys would use the advantage to press a button. Aquaman called it out, stuck out the Fatal Blow, and then the first thing Deoxys did was the same thing exactly right back. Whiffed button into another button preemptively, trying to catch the Fatal Blow. Absolutely disgusting.
All right, totem for totem. Nope, he has no time. He has to just dedicate. And
Oh, that's fine.
Was
No,
definitely
that's
a
fine.
trade.
That's fine. You have not got to care. That's like less than an uppercut's worth of damage.
Deoxys wasting a lot of time with that, though. I think he had to also function and factor in not getting hit by the grab because that was just a huge risk, right? That combo took so long. He only had time for one more play. And there's the tech. Oh, counter hit.
Breakaway is there, though. Keeping it breakaway safe. Oh, no! Overcommits!
I think this is honestly being the story of Aquaman's life, where he's just overcommitting by like a tiny amount of frames, and now he's
He
expecting
actually could have killed if he'd done 1-2, but this might be an unwinnable situation for Deoxys now.
Totem, totem, totem! Totem up, baby! No! Aquaman, get back in! What are you doing?
Totems, dude! Throw totems!
Just put the totems up! No,
Damage!
don't step out.
Reduction! Yes!
Yes!
That's it. He can't lose.
Surely.
He's gonna have to get hit like 100 times. Just do your
But-
worst. Do your worst, Deoxys. Do your
but
worst.
The totems are gonna go, bro.
Sunbeam, time's on his side.
Oh.
There it is, the round. Longest round note. What are those ugly totems he has equipped?
I don't want to think
They're
about
like monkeys on like crouching on the floor.
Oh! Super jump to chase down the back jump. There's no getting away from it. And yeah, down 3. All right.
Oh,
And
the
stagger,
there's the delay. A 1-2 so
Activate.
popular.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Can only confirm into 1.
That'll give him another totem.
Activate. Yeah, he's hesitant to go for the down 2 now. He really doesn't want a constant challenge. And oh, the up 2, a big play, very bold, but obviously no invincibility. And that 1-2 whipping is just, that's a feels bad, man.
Oh
God.
no, corner combo. This is gonna be difficult. Oh, trying to jump out, getting clipped, and again tried wake up jump 2 times back to back. Maybe reading a throw there, but not gonna quite work out. But I really like the way that Aquaman is playing around Bullock. I feel like in the last game it was almost like an entire focus on just the damage totems, and then now in this game we see him considerably go for more of the reductions. And again, like the difference it makes, especially when you finish the stack, right? You have to remember, blue totem is damage buff, the black one makes him take less. You stack them together, and the more you have in the stack, the more potent the effect of each one will be. So if you go for, you know, damage totem, and then end in the reduction, you then have level 3 damage buff and damage reduction, and you only ended it with the slower totem. It takes a lot of micromanagement, but when you do manage to get it working, like we saw there from Aquaman, you're taking next to no damage, you're doing like 3 times the damage on most of your combos, near enough. And you end up so much scarier. And again, this is a matchup that it's easier for JACQUI to stop him summoning them in the neutral than it is for most, but Aquaman's not summoning them in the neutral. He's getting a hit, he's doing it on block, he's doing it at these weird times to really try and catch Deoxys out.
Oh, getting out of it. I can't believe that super jump actually managed to dodge that advancing mid. But, oh well, either way. Here comes Deoxys now. Return pressure. Can't overcommit, obviously, to the forward 1 by any means. I love the use of the down 3, though. Too low profile, that cross-up. I guess the question's always going to be, what does he get after it? And once more, oh, not as punishable as it normally is. Okay. But Deoxys, I honestly think these kind of risks that he takes...
I love... Okay, that adjustment right there, Aquaman, going for just neutral ducks into really late down 1s is working, like, 2 for 2 times so far.
But now it's making Deoxys
3
go
for
for
3.
Ooh, he's going for a really late sort of meaty jumping kick now. And I think it's actually, like we said before, it's forcing Deoxys to now have to go for a different style. And he's got to watch out for those whiffs. Deoxys, he's straight up just waiting for it at this stage. Is he going to look for? Now, one of the dangers is if he
The wave dash into the disc.
Now, I was saying, if he catches a full screen totem summon and Deoxys has the reactions, remember, crushing blow dash punch will actually get rid of the totems that are on the screen.
As
So
in
that's
the fatal
gonna be
blow.
something Deoxys is looking for. Oh, he's looking for the roll into Fatal Blow. Oh, no! Ah, that confirmed. He had no meter to breakaway.
Actually, though, on the bright side, I feel like fighting a JACQUI that doesn't have Fatal Blow when you are a character like KOTAL that, especially in Bullock, he's just going to want to set up, right? Set up, tank out, put up a brick wall. When you don't have to worry about Fatal Blow, just getting rid of all of your hard work, I think that's going to help him out a lot.
Oh, I can't quite get the confirm. Using the parry to maybe shorten some of the frames. I like it. Can't overcommit to down forward 2.
Oh, wow.
Oh, down 1. Down 2 anti-air, sorry. There's the conversion. But everything that we're seeing Mr. Aquaman doing, he's doing some really sick stuff, but he's just never really able to out-damage, and that's actually saying a lot with these totems activated, but yeah, he's being... Whoa! Get out of my airspace!
That was clean. Oh, and there it is. If he gets a forward 2, he wins.
Oh,
punish.
Who cares? But I'm also, honestly, I just think of the time. Like, this mission for Deoxys is going to be make this combo take as long as possible. So now, yeah, here we go, right? That's his reward. Going for the forward one in case, expecting the...
Oh, he's trying to put... he tried to put totems up, but stance changed twice. Unfortunate input error.
But the thing is, you're losing a lot of that real estate to do that. So if you're...
Oh, no.
Oh, God. The story of this character's life, man. And the restand!
Oh, no.
I'm going to say it. I feel bad for Aquaman because I really think this set doesn't favor him. I think this variation of JACQUI, if he's rocking it with all KOTAL, I seriously think this variation of JACQUI is like one of the worst matchups he could have gone into.
Hey, to be fair, you know, to Mr. Aquaman's credit, we were looking for players to do this first to 10 today, and I was asking around, you know, if anyone wanted to be involved. And Mr. Aquaman, he nominated himself, and I was like, hey, you know, if you need someone, I'm happy to do it. He knew Deoxys would be the opponent, so, you know, he jumped headfirst into the fire, so credit where it's due. But it's not over. You know, on my scoreboard, I have it down at 6-0 for Deoxys. I don't think I've missed any games, so we're not over. Yes, it's looking dominant, but I think Aquaman, you can see him adjust on the fly. Like, yes, he hasn't got a game yet, but he's beginning to take rounds. They are getting progressively closer and closer. And I think Bullock really has been the pick here, you know, the choice of it.
You know, I'm going to try and make you some tournament graphics for next time because that text on the bottom of the screen, it hurts my eyes.
Well, too bad. You could have done it.
Well, too bad. That's what we have.
You could have done it yourself, but you didn't. So
I didn't
here we
know.
are.
In my defense, which probably is not even a positive, I didn't think of it.
Yeah, me neither.
Now.
And you know what this is? The best of what we've got. With punish from Deoxys. Oh, no opportunity to break until 280 damage was already dealt. Disgusting.
I mean, it's a Geras player, right? Oh, knockdown. Dash punch again. I kind of almost think that Deoxys is going to sometimes like save that crushing blow if he ever has the chance to use it, just because he wants to get rid of totems. But restanding again doesn't necessarily need to end combos against KOTAL because, you know, just he's got that big body. Pressure's good for it, and he's looking for that advancing mid every single time. He's just scouting out, and his reactions are phenomenal too.
Oh no, Deoxys is playing this matchup so good. Like he's looking for those advancing buttons from KOTAL, right? Like KOTAL has long range buttons, but they aren't the fastest. So if you have the buttons and the speed of JACQUI, if you are scouting them out, it is going to be an easy whiff punish. Oh, the delay.
And here's that blender. What Aquaman is very much so kind of a hit and miss on these. And oh my word, the footsies from Deoxys, just surgical how far away that up 2 hits, and he's just ever so slightly out of the way for it. Oh, and now it's his turn again. I feel really bad for Aquaman in the sense that it just looks like it's always against him, right? The down 1 low profile, Aquaman going for the jump kick a little bit early, and he crosses up, and no, whip punish again!
Ooh.
Oh my word.
No, Aquaman is just being smothered right now. He just cannot get out of this corner. The throw tech, the down 1, taking the advantage. And there's the counter poke. Down 3, fatal blow. The Aquaman special. Now, can he use this to turn the tide? Because he I don't know if he gets a guaranteed totem from this, but he's going to need something. 1 damage totem into a grab, perhaps? Oh! You know what? I respect that more than words can describe, but Deoxys,
you know Deoxys
he's seen it before, man. He's seen it.
I knew it. I know he's laughing to himself right now. He goes straight into the chat. Look at my weird... Oh my god, the shoes! Those shoes that JACQUI is wearing.
The toes?
You know those really horrible toe shoes? You know what ones I'm on about? Those toe shoes.
Oh yeah, like, dude, I remember seeing them.
She's wearing them. Look at that. She's wearing toe shoes, man.
And that
weirds me out. That weirds me the hell out. They aren't horrible. Well, that's just your incorrect opinion.
Wow, dude.
Ha. Yeah, that just happened.
I can't believe it. That's so rude. That's so rude of you. Disgusting. Toxic content creator.
So toxic, SMH. He talks shit
Now,
about my toe shoes.
That was a bit of a rough one for Aquaman. We saw a lot of combo drops. Some. I don't want to say questionable decision making, because at the end of the day, when you are backed like literally to the wall like that, you are that down on life, you have to kind of make something happen. And I respect it at the end going for that meaty unblockable, because again, like if someone hasn't seen that very much or they're not used to it, it can catch them out. But when we've been seeing Deoxys' reactions with these like whiff punishes, with these anti-airs, with even that reactionary fatal blow at the end, I feel like he's just the kind of player that you can't do that kind of thing against.
And again, an immediate opening here. Deoxys, and he's ready to stick out those standing ones, and he's sticking them out independently. Like some of these players, their reactions are super crazy. That they stick out a lone standing one, and they've already got like the bases covered in their head. You know, like stagger, it might catch a jump. If they catch someone in the air, and you know, he's just ready for it to catch, and if it does, you can pick it up. But not a lot of players actually have the means to do that. And once again, he's just letting Aquaman hang himself at this stage. He really is. And he's going to restand it, yeah?
I understand why Aquaman is looking for these big buttons, because when you do have multiple totems on the screen, you are only a couple of hits ever away. Like, oh!
Ray, Sunray, heal!
Oh,
he's dead!
That's going to do enough, I should think. The damage amp from the first 2 hits should be enough to bring this over the threshold. Oh, especially with the 950 health.
Blah.
Yeah, for sure.
If you guys want to see some African players, get some names and a DM, and we'll see what we can do. We're not going to rule out any scene. Just the one thing we'll obviously factor in is ping. If people can't get good ping against each other, they can't play against each other, but we'll always try and make something happen. But, you know, we saw Mr. 5000 at Celtic Throwdown. Wasn't an amazing result for him, but I think he had one hell of a trip, right? So we always have to factor in, like, external circumstances. And there's the catch. And he's trying to go for it again. He really is looking for it. All right, I should allow him to toe him up. Oh, some weird combo drops from Aquaman.
And there's the interruption. Oh, another one. And again, like we said earlier on in the set, when you drop those kind of combos and it gets you comboed for it, that's the worst kind of drop, especially when you're down without a fatal blow. Uh-oh.
Oh, God. This is the pain drain coming. He's just looking for one situation where Aquaman's minus. Can't pick it up because he over-dedicated, but at this stage, just look at the health, right? Aquaman is in such a terrible situation. Tries the anti-air, and he can't.
Ouch. My goodness. And that's just like classic JACQUI corner pressure in this variation, honestly. Like if she has the bar to it with max range dash punch, oh no. Busted nose. That's a Friday night. Oh dear.
That almost to me looked like a safe jump where he just took that neutral jump and oh, he sticks it out. All right, Deoxys. Overextended.
Oh no, a drop.
Confirmed knockdown. Totem. He needs to
I almost wonder if Aquaman read a breakaway there and tried going for something else, but oh no, a max range jump is going to connect fully. Oh dear. That's going to be corner. 3 of them. That's not a bad chunk of damage either. 380. Oh, okay, preemptive. Mr. Aquaman, he gets another swing, but just isn't turning it into enough damage.
Okay, there's the guy. Oh, but he pressed, right? The counter hit was that he overpressed. He had
Oh,
the
and that
but just couldn't quite finish it.
That's another one down. It's looking 8-0 for Deoxys at the moment. On the back
There are so many like signs of life moments from Aquaman too. I just honestly like one of the big things I'm going to pin this to is I just feel like this is a terrible matchup. You can see what Aquaman's trying to do. But...
It definitely seems like it could be a problem, but at the same time, I feel like the longer it goes on, we are beginning to see again, you know, some combo drops. We're not seeing the most made of situations from Aquaman. I definitely think it's matchup unfamiliarity, especially by how Aquaman is in chat. I definitely think this might even be the first time he's fought this variation, because you have to remember, variation 3s, they are new. So there's only going to be so ready you can be, especially against someone like Deoxys that is obviously as good as he is. But I definitely think the big thing for Mr. Aquaman we need to see is just him generally just tidy up a little bit, right? Be a little bit more confident, clean up that execution, and you'll stand a lot better chance. Caboose, Despicable Humans, and Trigger, thank you for the subs and resubs, my friends. I appreciate it. Cheers.
Also with Deoxys, all that bloody Fortnite.
Damn Fortnite, dude.
Damn whippersnapper. That even looks a little bit like a. That looks a little bit like a Fortnite JACQUI skin if you really think about it.
Don't even say that. I can tell you've definitely not played Fortnite.
No, I haven't.
And there's 2 totems, 3 totems. Ooh, immediately. Oh, that would have done so much damage. I mean, I don't think Aquaman cares about this. It's going to eat up some of the time, sure, but, I mean, you just did 11%, fam.
All right, totem up. Ooh. And again, knockdown, totem.
I like that because so ending in the disc ends you in full screen, so you're going to get a totem too. Really good.
All right, restand situation. And he's sticking out the standing one, ready to capitalize and just out of range of the up 3. Another punish, and he's going to get that launch.
What was that?
Was about. If he had the cancel, I think that would have been crisp. I just don't think he had the bar. Now, the cleanest of jump-ins. You know, one thing I'd kind of like to see Aquaman do a little bit more of sometimes. I actually don't think he's using the Sunray enough. I know it's
no, okay, so the Sunray has like infinite whiff recovery. So if there's one move that you are definitely going to get hit for doing, it's the Sunray. Like
there are situations
priority is totems first. But that's it. Like even with the Sunray out, you're still going to take damage from that. Like if you have the totems out, it's a different story. If you have totems, Sunray should be like the next priority most of the time. But again, when not only is she going to hit you for it, she's going to move you out of the ray as well. So it's very screen dependent. Oh, there's a hit.
And he's clipping it again. I love it. And he's prioritizing the damage totem again, just to get out safely. But he's been clipped, and because it's damage, there's that restand. Deoxys.
He might be dead. He's dead. He might be dead. He might be dead. Oh my goodness! On the back of that, you want to know how Deoxys started that sequence? Knocked away from full screen and woke up with fast super jump, and it connected. That's what that sequence started off. Full screen wake up super jump, and it got a jump in combo. That was filth.
I mean, we're going to see a lot of this variation in competitive, and it's going to be from Deoxys. You know what I mean? Like, the moment we start to see the variation 3s become legal, we're going to see a lot of this JACQUI.
I think you know what this is?
There are certain players that will really relish this. I think there's no wonder that Deoxys has actually... There's no wonder that he, of all players, is doing such good things with this character. Because if you're the kind of player that relishes that tricky execution and the flight cancels and airborne mobility, right, in general, I think it's a fantastic pick.
You know what this variation of JACQUI is, right? You know when you're having an argument with someone, and you think the argument's over, and then from like while they're walking away, they just turn around, and they're just like, I just think it's funny that's JACQUI. You send her to full screen, and you think it's over, and then she gets up with a full screen super jump and hits you for it. That's what this is.
And then while she's flying through the air, I just think it's funny that, right? Bam.
Yeah. Now you know.
Heard you were talking shit. Can't leave this conversation to itself, can ya?
Now, 9-0 though for Deoxys. This is going to be quite difficult, I think, is an understatement for Mr. Aquaman at this point.
He can do it. He only has to win 10 games in a row.
Oh, dropped combo into a punish. The KOTAL can't problem.
You can almost say he KOTAL can't do it. JACQUI does what KOTAL can't. Why have you gone quiet?
Oh.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. Are you talking?
Oh, no. I was talking to you. I was making a bad joke, and I thought you'd at least react to it.
Oh, I was replying to something in chat.
Well then.
Oh, the mix! Now, I like how Deoxys has so barely used that ground pound as well. Like, that is really cheap, but it's also really unsafe. But he's using it just enough that it's not something that Aquaman is always looking for. But when he does do it, it's like hit every time. I don't think we've seen it blocked a single time yet.
Oh my god, and the down 3 attempt to low profile, the jump in hits anyway. And he's trying so hard to anti-air. Honestly, I kind of think this is the kind of thing where Aquaman will go into training and just try and emulate some of these setups to figure out what his options are. Because clearly, and I think in a first to 2, right? Deoxys might make magic things happen when this variation becomes competitively legal. Because just look at how much there is to digest in a very short amount of time. That's the game over. Deoxys is going to take it over Mr. Aquaman. I want to say, though, thank you to Mr. Aquaman. He had to step in last minute. We did have a hard time finding a fourth person. We reached out to like 20 different people. Everyone was unavailable. Mr. Aquaman stepped up and was like, yo, I'll play. And we were like, go on, mate. Go on. So given the fact that it was last minute, no preparation time at all.
Hey, dude, I know we have some Aquaman subs in chat. Any Aquaman subs in chat, drop your favorite Aquaman emotes and wish the boy the best. Silvery, thank you so much for the host, my friend. I appreciate that a lot. As we've just finished our first to 10 of the evening. But no, thanks very much for playing, guys. I really appreciate it. Aquaman, you're a saint coming on, giving us this game, showing us that KOTAL and Deoxys with whatever on God's green earth variation 3 JACQUI is.
Hey, man, I think this kind of stuff is like the foreshadowing for the rest of it. like Deoxys has found his character, and there's no question about it. He's found his character. It kind of fits him like a glove if you compare it to, you know,
All we
like
can say is,
the Blue
if you don't
Beetles
play
and
this
the High
game,
Execution
you're
of
not a true
Injustice 2
gamer.
that he used to play. Yeah, not surprised whatsoever. I guarantee we'll be seeing him.
No, honestly,
later on.
guys, like Deoxys and Aquaman, I really appreciate you both coming on and playing. That was a lot of fun. I really, obviously 10-0 is never a result you want to see, but I don't really think it's too much of a big problem. Aquaman,
A wise man once said, "Sometimes it be like that."
It be like that sometimes, for sure. But we really appreciate you guys coming on, putting on a good show. So thank you very much. We really appreciate it, guys. We'll happily have either of you back again.